Have you ever found yourself on the brink of success, only to inexplicably pull back or make a decision that derails your progress? Imagine a life where you consistently support your own growth, free from the invisible chains of self-sabotage. This isn't just a fantasy. It's the reality for those who've mastered the art of identifying and overcoming their negative patterns. Did you know that up to 85% of people experience some form of self-sabotage in their lives? This statistic isn't just a number. It's a wake-up call to the pervasive nature of this silent saboteur. Think back to a time when you were close to achieving a long-held goal, but suddenly found yourself engaging in behaviors that undermined your efforts. The promotion you worked tirelessly for, but then overslept for the final interview. The relationship that was flourishing, until you picked a fight over something trivial. We've all been there, caught in the bewildering cycle of taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. It's in these moments that our tendency towards self-sabotage reveals itself. Will you continue to be your own worst enemy, or will you break free from these destructive patterns? The concept of overcoming self-sabotage isn't just another self-help trend. It's a crucial skill that can dramatically transform your life trajectory. From aspiring entrepreneurs to individuals seeking personal growth, those who learn to identify and overcome their negative patterns consistently outperform their peers and achieve what once seemed impossible. But what exactly is self-sabotage? And how can recognizing it revolutionize your approach to personal and professional success? The problem lies deep within our subconscious minds, where deep-seated beliefs and fears often conflict with our conscious desires. Self-sabotage manifests in myriad ways: procrastination, perfectionism, self-medicating with substances, picking fights in relationships, or deliberately missing opportunities. These behaviors stem from complex psychological roots: fear of failure, fear of success, imposter syndrome, or a subconscious belief that we don't deserve good things. We engage in these destructive patterns often without realizing it, creating a vicious cycle of frustration and underachievement. The pain of repeatedly falling short of our potential is real and profound. How many times have you been on the verge of a breakthrough, only to watch it slip away due to your own actions? How often have you looked back on a situation and wondered, why did I do that? Self-sabotage doesn't just affect our achievements, it actively erodes our self-esteem and confidence. It creates a gap between who we are and who we know we could be, leading to a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction and self-doubt. Moreover, this problem permeates every aspect of our lives. In our careers, it can lead to missed promotions, underperformance, and stagnation. In our personal lives, it can result in failed relationships, health issues, and unfulfilled dreams. The inability to identify and overcome these negative patterns is a relentless thief, robbing us of joy, success, and the deep satisfaction that comes from living up to our true potential. The consequences of unchecked self-sabotage are far-reaching and often devastating. In the professional realm, individuals trapped in cycles of self-sabotage frequently find themselves watching opportunities pass them by. They may subconsciously undermine their own efforts, miss deadlines, or avoid taking on challenges that could lead to growth. This can result in a career that plateaus early, financial instability, and a growing sense of frustration and unfulfillment. Consider the story of Michael, a talented graphic designer who dreamed of starting his own agency. Every time he came close to taking the leap, he'd find reasons to delay. His portfolio wasn't perfect enough. The economy wasn't right. He needed just one more client. Years passed, and Michael watched as peers with less talent but more self-belief built thriving businesses. The cost wasn't just a dream unrealized. It was the erosion of his confidence and the growing fear that he'd never escape the safety of his comfort zone. The personal costs are equally significant. Those grappling with self-sabotage often struggle with maintaining healthy relationships. They might push away loved ones, create unnecessary conflicts, or avoid intimacy out of fear of vulnerability. Health can suffer as self-sabotaging behaviors like stress eating, excessive drinking, or neglecting self-care take their toll. The emotional impact is perhaps the most severe, a constant battle with guilt, shame, and the nagging feeling that you're your own worst enemy. This doesn't just affect the individual, it ripples out to impact families, workplaces, and communities, as potential remains unfulfilled and valuable contributions go unmade. But here's the empowering truth: self-sabotage, once recognized, can be overcome. Just as negative patterns are learned, they can be unlearned and replaced with positive, self-supporting behaviors. Neuroscience shows us that our brains are incredibly plastic, capable of forming new neural pathways throughout our lives. This means that with awareness, effort, and the right strategies, you can rewire your brain to break free from self-sabotaging patterns and align your actions with your true desires and goals. Imagine your mind as a garden. Self-sabotaging thoughts and behaviors are like weeds that have grown unchecked. By becoming aware of these weeds, you can begin the process of uprooting them and planting seeds of self-support and growth in their place. As the renowned psychologist Carl Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." This profound insight encapsulates the transformative power of identifying our negative patterns. The shift from being trapped by self-sabotage to consciously supporting your own success is like stepping out of a dark, confining room into a world of endless possibilities. Suddenly, obstacles that once seemed insurmountable become challenges to overcome. The voice of self-doubt transforms into a voice of encouragement and resilience. This shift is not just about achieving more. It's about becoming more. It's about aligning your actions with your deepest values and aspirations, creating a sense of integrity and self-trust that permeates every aspect of your life. So, how do we begin this transformative journey? The first step is awareness. Start by keeping a journal to track your thoughts, behaviors, and the situations that trigger self-sabotage. Look for patterns. Do you procrastinate when faced with important tasks? Do you pick fights when things are going well in a relationship? By shining a light on these behaviors, you begin to rob them of their power. Next, challenge your negative self-talk. When you catch yourself engaging in self-sabotaging thoughts, pause and ask, "Is this really true? What evidence do I have to support or refute this belief?" Often, our self-sabotaging behaviors are rooted in distorted thinking patterns. By questioning these thoughts, you can begin to replace them with more balanced, supportive beliefs. Lastly, create a support system. Share your journey with trusted friends, family members, or a therapist. Having external perspectives can help you identify blind spots and provide encouragement when you're struggling. Consider joining a support group or finding an accountability partner who is also working on personal growth. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. By implementing these actions consistently, you'll begin to see a dramatic shift in your patterns, moving from self-sabotage to self-support. Imagine waking up each morning with a deep sense of self-trust and alignment. You approach challenges with confidence, knowing that you're fully capable of supporting your own success. Tasks that once triggered procrastination or avoidance now feel manageable, even exciting. You find yourself consistently following through on your commitments, both to yourself and others, building a track record of reliability and achievement. In this new reality, your relationships flourish as you no longer push people away or create unnecessary conflicts. You communicate openly and honestly, allowing for deeper connections and mutual support. Your career gains momentum as you confidently pursue opportunities for growth and advancement. You're no longer held back by imposter syndrome or fear of success. Instead, you embrace new challenges as chances to learn and expand. As you master the art of identifying and overcoming self-sabotage, you'll notice a ripple effect in all areas of your life. Your self-esteem grows as you consistently act in ways that align with your values and goals. Your physical health improves as you replace self-destructive habits with self-care. Most importantly, you'll experience a profound sense of freedom and possibility, knowing that you're no longer your own worst enemy, but your greatest ally in creating the life you desire. Overcoming self-sabotage is not just about achieving more. It's about becoming the truest, most authentic version of yourself. It's about closing the gap between your potential and your reality, between who you are and who you know you can be. The journey to identifying and breaking free from negative patterns may be challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. Every step you take towards self-awareness and intentional action is a step towards a more fulfilling, successful, and authentic life. Remember, as the author Eckhart Tolle wisely noted, awareness is the greatest agent for change. The choice is yours. Will you continue to let unconscious patterns dictate your life, or will you take control and consciously shape your destiny? The time to act is now. Take that first step towards self-awareness. Commit to breaking free from self-sabotage, and watch as your life transforms through the power of aligned thought and action. Your future self is waiting, ready to thank you for the courage and persistence you show today in facing your negative patterns. Don't let another day pass living below your potential. Embrace self-awareness, cultivate self-support, and embark on a journey towards an extraordinary life filled with achievement, genuine relationships, and the deep satisfaction of living true to your highest self. Your transformation begins now, one conscious choice at a time.